Welcome to Nasir Soft. In this video, we will cover some important topics that is filters on the visual, filters on this page and filters on the all pages. So after watching this video, you will able to learn the basic concept of filters on visual, filters on all pages and filters on the current pages. Okay, and inside this I will show it to you of some meaningful data, and with that all the data according to that specific filters will work. Okay, so we will learn about with example. So for example, first of all, I just drag and drop a bar graph, okay, and inside the bar graph, I show all the technologies, okay, technologies, all the categories, okay. And for example, I again drag and drop another graph, that is pie graph, and inside the pie graph, I mention here drag and drop this, and inside the pie graph I show all the regions, okay, inside the legend, that is regions, and inside the values, that is sales, okay. So and I disable, for example, here if I go, it's cosmetic, and disable the legend also, okay. So now we have two graphs. The first one graph is by categories, in which all the three categories, that is technology, furniture and office supplies wise sales, are showing, and inside the second graph we have the region wise data, okay. So first of all, if I click on the second graph and we will go here, you can see that the filter on the visual is enabled, and inside the filters on the visual, for example, if I change it, if I add the inside the filter on the if I add the categories and drag and drop inside the visual, okay, all these categories, furnitures, office supplies and technology, are showing in this graph. And if I only check the furniture, here you can see that the values of this pie graph is changing. Now all these data of the categories, only furniture data is showing, and its filter only effect on this graph, not on the other graph, okay. So this is the filters on the visual for specific. If we want to apply the filter on a specific graph, then we go for these filters on this visual. For example, if I uncheck the furniture, if I check the technologies, here you can see that only the technologies relevant data across the region is showing inside this graph, but this graph remains same. So this is the how you can apply the filters on the visuals. If I select all and go back, okay, now we want, if I apply any changes inside this graph, also affect inside this graph, okay, then we go for the second terms, that is the filters on this page, okay. Inside the filters on this page, this is very simple. For example, inside this is called a page, okay. Inside this page, how many graphs or data we have, when we do any filter on this filters on this page, then of all these filters will apply on the same page. Whatever the data is, that is graph, that is tables, how much data is, that will apply on this all pages, okay. Now we'll apply the filter on this page, okay. Click on the first graph, and inside the filters on this page, drag and drop the, for example, categories inside the filters on this page. And inside this, if I check the furniture, then you will see that not only on this graph data will also be changed according to the specific category. For example, if I click on the technology, here you can see that in the first graph only technologies data is showing, and inside the second graph the technology related region is showing. For example, if I uncheck this and go for the office suppliers, here you can see that inside the first, the office supplier overall data is showing, and inside the second graph the office supply related region is showing, okay. To make it more visual, for example, if I drag and drop a table, a basic table, and inside a table here, if we list down the two things, the first one is subcategory and the second thing is sale, okay. Now we have two basically here. If I drag and drop here, meaningful, okay. For example, inside this graph filters, if I only select the technology, here you can see that the technology accessories copies related data on the table is showing, and here inside this graph only the region related to technologies is showing, Okay, so if I go for the furniture and uncheck the technology, here you can see that inside this graph only furniture is showing, inside the second graph the furniture related region is showing, and inside this table all the chairs, furniture related data is showing. So this is the beauty of the filters on this page. When we apply the filters on this page, then in this page how much tables or graphs or any data is will filter automatically based on this criteria. We'll go for the last topic, that is filters on all pages. Before going further, I will repeat this. Okay, so filter on this page mean that whatever we apply inside this page, all these visual or table or data on this page will affect of that filters. Okay, for example, inside this filters on this page, if I select all again, here you can see that the other graph in this page according to adjust it. Okay, so this is filter on this page. Okay, and filter on visual is whatever we basically we will do inside the filter on visual only will apply on this specific visual, okay, or graph. Okay, whatever we did, and filter on all pages will affect all the filters according to this page. Okay, whatever the data is displayed in this page. Okay, so let's move to the third and final topic, that is filters on all pages. Okay, so for example, I create a new sheet, a new blank. Okay, and inside this I create a table. Okay, a one table, and inside this table if I extend it, inside this table I show it the subcategories. Okay, and the other thing is the sales and subcategories. Here you see this, all the subcategories with the amount of sale is showing here. Okay, so now if I go to the first page and inside the first graph, okay, if I go down and we apply the filters on all pages, it means that whatever all pages will be filter according to this which we add inside this. Okay, for example, inside the filters on all pages, if we drag and drop the region or something category, okay, something meaningful categories, and inside these categories if I only select the technologies. Okay, if I select the technologies, and here you can see that only the technology inside the first graph is showing, and inside this region only technology related regions are showing. Okay, so when I go to the second page, here you can see that only the technology related subcategories are showing with the sum of sales. Okay, if I go back, and inside this one if I select this, the basically all. Okay, if I go back to the page 2, here you can see that all subcategories are showing. So this is the beauty of filter on all pages. Whatever all pages are inside this, okay, that filter will affect all these pages. Okay, if I again go down and only select the, for example, furniture, and uncheck all others. Okay, now only furniture is showing, furniture related regions and furniture related data, and inside the second page only the subcategories related to furniture are showing, that is chairs, tables, something like. Okay, if I go to the other, for example, cards or other data, all the data related to the furniture will be showing here, all these pages. Okay, so this is the filters on the all pages work. So I hope you have understood the basic concept of filters on the visual, filters on all pages, and filters on the current pages. Okay. If you have any question, you can ask your question in video comment section, or a question link is also mentioned in video description. You can ask your question on there. If you have any work, you can order me. The order link is also mentioned in video description. Just go to that specific link, fill your criteria like your name, your email, and whatever message you have to send me related work. Okay, you can also attach any file, and you can click on the send, and your order will be delivered to me. I will answer it to you on your provided email. So don't forget to subscribe my channel for more informative videos. Stay blessed. Have a